AVAX ecosystem upticks since Avalanche 9000 reveal. In this video, first we are going to talk about this article and I'm going to tell you why this is actually quite a big win for Avalanche, and then we are going to go on the live chart and see what is going on there. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, 2 videos ago, I believe, I talked about the launching of Avalanche 9000 and I told you why this was actually a big thing for AVAX, and now we are actually seeing the effects of it. Because as you can see in here, according to this article, Avalanche's ecosystem witnessed an uptick in quarter-on-quarter metrics during Q3 of 2024, and compared to the year's second quarter, the layer 1's total value locked reached to about $1.5 billion due to a 66% increase. Also, daily transactions across sovereign L1 blockchains on Avalanche grew by 18% as the stablecoin supply on AVAX surged by about 31%. And believe it or not, 18% growth is actually a very huge deal. And what do you want in the crypto market overall? Just more and more adoption. And like we talked about in the previous video, I definitely believe that launching Avalanche 9000 was definitely a big step towards that direction. And as you can see, the effects of that seems to be absolutely 100% positive. So overall, in my opinion, this is a big win for Avalanche's price chart. And we are also seeing, I would say, kind of the effect of it on the live chart. And you might say, well, okay, we may have started an alt season and it's very normal for coins like AVAX and others to go up like this. Well, I would like to push back a bit on that, because at the moment we're not seeing a whole lot of alts going up. AVAX was actually one of the rare ones. And also, do you believe that fundamental news are going to help the bull run case for Avalanche or not? If you believe it, then okay, you can say part of AVAX going up can be because of the fundamental news, which I do believe is the case. So overall, I think this big move on the upside was because of a combination of the charts looking good and also fundamental news. And I do think that it's actually going to continue for quite a bit. Now, if you remember, the previous video in AVAX was absolutely 100% bullish because of so many reasons. The main reason for it was that in here we got a break of this very important area, and followed by that we had a pullback and then a continuation of the move up, which we said, well, okay, makes sense for us to get to somewhere around this area. And as you can see, I would say that we did actually reach this very important resistance. And what is this thing right in here? So far, I would say just a very natural and normal reaction from this level. And for now, at least, I'm not seeing a whole lot of dangerous signs in Avalanche, because I saw one of my viewers asked for an analysis on AVAX, and I think maybe they were a bit worried. Well, I'm here to tell you that these types of moves on the downside in an alt season are absolutely 100% normal. And for example, let's go around here. There we go. What happened in this move down? We went from $31 all the way down here to somewhere around $20. In other words, I would say we had about a 32% move on the downside. Now, if we're gonna have something like that starting from the high side, that means you might see AVAX reaching sub 40. And even at that point, that's gonna be very normal, I promise you, because as you can see, this move down right in here was just part of the bullish process. And in fact, we just set a higher high and higher low and continued our uptrend starting from this point around $20. So I'm here to tell you that in this market, we're not just going to constantly go up. No, we can have moves on the downside. The important thing is to just set higher highs and high lows. And pretty much I would say after that, you are good to go up. Understood? Okay, now let's zoom in more and see what is happening in this area. And in the previous video, we talked about an extremely bullish possibility. We suggested that we may have a series of 1-2s in here, and I do believe that that is still going to be in play. But now I'm going to talk to you about another possibility that suggests we also have in here a series of 1-2s, but the shape of it might be a bit different. You see, I still believe that this is going to be, if I just take this one, there we go, a 1 and a 2s structure, and let's put the end of our wave 3 and 4 and 5 in here, doesn't really matter. And followed by that, this might actually be another 1, but the end of our correction for wave 2 might be right around this area. And basically this can be, I think, an ABC running flat, or maybe a WXY in form of a flat and a zigzag, doesn't really matter. And at the moment, we are on our way to complete the subwaves for this larger degree wave 3 right in here. And also let's change the colors for this one. Okay, here is the situation. In here, I can definitely find a 1, 2 to about this point, decent move up into wave 3, correction for 4, and another move up into wave 5 in order for me to be able to say maybe this is a 1, and then the current move down is just going to be a correction for wave 2, and after it's over, what are we going to have? Most likely a continuation of the move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5 in order to complete the subwaves for this orange wave 3. So this can be also another bullish possibility in Avalanche's price chart. And here's a very important point. The invalidation point for this scenario at least is going to be taking these lows right in here around, I would say, $38.5. So if we see a move down in Avalanche in order to take all these lows, which is possible, but for now, at least based on the evidence that I'm seeing in Avalanche and also BTC's chart, it may not be likely. However, again, if we get it at that point, we are going to change our scenario a bit. Does this mean that we're going to be bearish? Absolutely not. I fully believe that the bottom in Avalanche's price chart is actually in right in here around $17 to $18. And any kind of move on the downside that we are potentially going to get is just going to be part of the bullish process. And they are going to be most likely in form of corrections, which means after those moves are over, we are going to get a continuation of the uptrend. And for now, I would say since we are above this area, our main important region in Avalanche for continuing our uptrend is going to be this important resistance between, let's say, 57 to about, I would say, $60. So if you want to see some more serious fireworks in Avalanche, what you want to have in here is a move up in order to go above this region, followed by that, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up in order to take this side. And at that point, we can say this resistance area is officially confirmed, and above it, trust me, we really do not have a whole lot of strong resistances, which makes me say that from here, our move up might actually continue at quite a bit of a rapid pace. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In AVAX, having moves on the downside like this, in my opinion, is going to be absolutely normal. And even according to this very bullish scenario, which suggests that we are having a series of 1-2s, even according to this thing, our invalidation point is actually going to be taking the lowest low in this region around $38.5. So what does it mean? It means we can get some more moves on the downside, maybe like this, but even at that point, these bullish scenarios are going to remain intact. And after this move down, hopefully in form of a correction is over, we can count on another huge move on the upside in Avalanche's price chart in order to hopefully at that point get a break of this region and continue our bull run with a lot more power and speed. And for now, in my opinion, nothing has changed and we are looking absolutely bullish in AVAX. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Avalanche's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.